Hey, blessings and greetings to all those that's out there in the world of Facebook and Instagram and what have you. My name is Jonathan Hawley. For those that knows me, have been on social media a while. I'm just about getting on thing. I had to get off the grid for a while. God's been really moving with me, working with me, molding me, perfecting me for His purpose and His glory. The things I understand, the things I didn't have to understand, the things I didn't understand. But when you say and you ask God to really touch you, to choose you, to utilize you as an instrument, as a tool, as a platform for His glory's sake. Now, for yourself, it's not a boasting thing. It's not what I did. And yes, I know I have that very bad to say. Well, I did this, I did that, and most people think it's like you're trying to be a saint or you're trying to be a holy roly or superior. I'm not superior, and because the Bible says we all fall short of the glory of God. But the thing is, we perfect. We're made in His image and His likeness, and we're the whole duty is to try to get to where God is trying to take us to. So we have to have a little. We have to go through a little humiliation. You got to go through a little bit of criticism. You got to go a little bit of doubting. You got to go through a little bit of confusing. You got to go through a little bit of people lying on you, of experimenting you, whether it's a sexual orientation, whether it's a certain drug, a substance, or whether it's a whatever the case that this world might have for on the Babylon side of things. And what I mean by the Babylon side of things is the things that gets people to maneuver through what we call life nowadays. Um, I know many people are confused about the separation, the dividement that's taking place among various families. Many people are not able to fellowship and worship as they want to because of this plague. And I repeat, this plague. It's not a virus, it's a plague. In Luke 21, God speaks about these things to take place. Yes, He does state in His word that no man shall know the day, the time, or the hour that He shall return, but we shall know by the signs in the air, signs of the changes of the weather, the change of things. But and also in Luke 21, He speaks about things that are taking place now. I do recall where He speaks on when His return, it shall be like the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. And when we speak about Sodom and Gomorrah, most people say same sex everywhere. Oh, the Lord's but it's deeper than just same sex. You get what I'm saying? Same sex is just one entity that starts that catalyst to take place, and it's all about breaking the chains, breaking the curses, breaking the evil that's been amongst our lands. Yes, God died for our sins. Yes, we all are aware of that. But we all have our own cross to bear, and we all can make a change and a difference. It's just like a baker or a cook. I know many people love to cook. The holidays are coming around the season. People want to cook. But it's just, give an example, analogy, or what have you. When you make a cake, you have, or you're making a cake or a pie or something, you need a certain amount of ingredients, to go inside these, to go inside this bowl or this concept or this dish of flavors and you name it. And so when you put your cake, your butter, and all that stuff into place, it creates a great taste. It creates a great, wonderful meal for you to digest and to enjoy. Same thing with life. We go through life as God live in the world, lived among the least of them. We have to know that we are the temple. You, I, everybody out here is a temple. And the thing is, we are God's force. God can utilize anybody. He said, be mindful you're in a tank, be an angel, not even aware. He said, you use the ones you least suspect. He also said he'll take the foolish things to confine the wise. So my thing is, and he says also, live in the world, don't live of the world. He also says, get that word embedded in thy heart, because there will come a time when it shall be no more. So we're living in those times where we're facing these things, challenges going around. People waiting for their PUA, they waiting for the unemployment benefits, they waiting for jobs, they waiting for some kind of assistance. And I'm telling you, those that know my life and know my story and have followed me throughout the years through the nutrition side of things, as being the health angel, which I still take that, or the Sabi guy, or the Jesus juice guy, or whatever the cases may be. I'm still there. I had to go on the grid because the thing is, what people don't understand is, no matter what leader is out there, no matter what prophet, minister, or sign appointed person is out there, you get tired. You're human. You have temptations. You have desirements. You have lust of your flesh. Because the thing is, you have to understand this: is that being human, there's two things that every human being deals with. That's battle with their flesh and battle with their spirit. He says it's the heart of man that counts. It's the heart of man, and it's all about showing love and showing love to self, and it's just like you play chess. When I first play in chess or play any game, you don't understand the concepts of it, the basics. But once you get the grip of it, you get to become pro. So you have to train yourself to be more, as they say, combatable. Like combat. Like the Army combat team there. So all I want to say is this: I'm coming back on the surface. I'm here. I just came through a little big issue. I'm no longer in Georgia. And those that knows me, as well as you can see my YouTube channels and all that is there. I don't mind surrendering. I don't mind going any length or any level, no matter if it's in a dark place, a tight place, uncomfortable place, unrecognizing place, unfamiliar place, unacceptable place, or whatever. I have no length of going to help people get closer to God, to help people to look at my life as an example, as well as their life, and see how I can do it. Because what I can do, God can do, you can do it too. It's all about making the choices and decisions in our lives. So I want to just leave this with you guys. I'm coming back on the surface. I have made up my mind, and I have made a very valuable decision that with the times that's going on, even with me coming through the incident that happened in Georgia, I'll tell you all about that. I know people say, oh, let your past be. No. If God took me there, God made me there, God allowed me to come through that means he wants me to tell it out, okay? So therefore, he had witnesses around. And so I think most people get misconstrued that when you surrender to God, there's no you, there's no what you want to do or whatever the case may be. Because when I tell you I was in hell. I was in hell. I was deeply in hell. And I say that because of my experience. I come to a city where there was brokenness and bitterness, and people were saying all these things about Atlanta. And I say, you know what? No. They haven't got in contact with the right person. They have not had that positive influence in their life. So I say, you know what? Take me. I go. Come down there. Oh, yeah. It took 4 years, and many people can say that. It took 4 years for them to break me. I was solid as a rock, like a tree planted by the river. And my thing is, I did not move until 4 years. Why? Because my opinions came off as judgmental. My viewpoints at the time came off as judgmental. So I had to, like this where the molding going. He had to chisel some things away. Open your eyes a little bit opener. So it's like an optometrist. You go to an optometrist and you go see a doctor. The doctor says what? He puts you in these lenses with these cues. He says, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4. Until you get the perfect eye clarity. Because each eye is not the same. Everything's not 20/20. You got 20, 40, 40, 30, 50, 70, 80, 90, 6.5, 6.2. 2 different inches. So it's all about perfecting yourself. Challenging yourself. Challenging your flesh. So your flesh don't overwhelm and overconsume your spirit. Because you have to understand this, people. You have to understand. It is not oh, I've got to be mighty. See, the thing is what I mean. This is the thing with me. That many people have a big problem doing is facing that man in the mirror. Facing that man or woman in the mirror will change your life. It'll help you find out more about you. It'll help you be more real to you and more true to you by accepting those things that was meant, or that people, or as we perceive, to destroy us. Everything that we go through is all God's doing. Everything is God's doing. The devil, this is the thing, and I want y'all to pay close attention to what I'm saying here. The devil is not bothered by you. your devil. I'm gonna tell you how I discovered that. I discovered that you, me, anybody that walked this earth, preacher, pastor, bishop, apostle, whoever the hell you want to be, or called to be, or whatever the case may be, or say you are, or entitlement, or whatever, have to understand this. When you are comfortable enough and bold enough to look yourself in the mirror and look yourself in the face and say, I did do this, I did do that. So you don't have a problem sharing it with the world. Why? Because when things come back, it's not trying to say that you're better. It's saying that you're explaining and you're putting out there like that you're not better than anybody. We all fall short of glory to God. We are striving for perfection. We are striving to get close to Christ. We are striving to get to that mantle. Now, I'm a very handsome guy, and I have both sexes around me. I dealt with the same lifestyle for many years. They understand it. It started at a very young age. I dated women. I did my thing with that, and I was always structured. And it's like I was trying to please people so much, and I wasn't pleasing myself. I wasn't living life. I was looking at all the things that I shouldn't do. And I want you all to understand, when you start to get the things that you shouldn't do, you just stop living. It stagnates you in your growth. Why do I say that? Because things that you should be focusing on, you're not going to be focused on because you're so concerned about the things you shouldn't do. Because you may be focused on getting something accomplished, and you may have some of the things that you shouldn't do in front of that thing that you need to get accomplished. But you got all this fear because you was told you can't do this, that, and the other, to the point you miss out on the blessings of God. So I want you all to take this in as a brother who don't mind being the one to stoop down low, to stoop high, to stoop back down low. Because it's not me, like he said, it's not by my sight, but by the living of God, the spirit of the true spirit of the living God, the one that many are nowadays are denying. They want the glory, they want the manifestation, they want the harvest, they want the blessings, they want the peace, they want the grace, they want the mercy, but they don't want to submit, and they don't want to go through pain and suffering. Through your pain and your suffering builds you to a magnitude that you yourself will have no understanding of knowing. So, as the holidays come up, I want you all to know, put God first. Not your money, not your finances. Don't look at COVID. Let me tell you something. I've been homeless during this COVID time. I've lost my home. A lot of people put me down. I was the type of person that did like Ruth, that gave everything, even if I didn't have nothing for my own self. Okay? Just like Gabriel. He paved the way for the earth. And my thing is that he says, live to show thyself approval unto God's eyesight. Not to man or what they think that is right, because we all have opinions. Just like religion. Religion comes from opinion points of views. Versus looking at things in a inkling of an eye where you can examine things from one spectrum to the next. Doesn't mean you have the conclusion. Then you got to add that spectrum to a next. Doesn't mean you still have the conclusion. And then you come down to your verdict. So after all these things you put into place, and you examine, then you retwist, you change, and you better yourself, you better your nation, you better your word, you better your people. Now, I have a big problem when I was in Georgia. I dealt with the lifestyle. My thing was, lifestyle, same sex was all about who you be intimate in bed with. That was my opinion. But I had a whole different viewpoint when I went down there. When I tell you, I discovered some things that threw me for a loop-de-loop. And the scary part about it? A lot of the men and kings that God has chosen are combined and stuck in the life. I'm going to tell you for reasons on that. And this is from experience. And that's when you have to come get a grip with self. Most of us don't want to get a grip with our self. We want to look good for the picture, look good for the camera. Yay! No. Don't be a counterfeit. People's lives is out there that is at stake. People's lives are out there. They're all looking for people that are sincere. He said, those that diligently seek him. Okay? Like we want that woman, we want that girl, want that boy. We diligently seek it, boy. We go every way, every length to get it, right? So look at that as a prime example as well. So open your eyes, be true to self, forgive yourself, forgive those that have done things ill will, malicious to you, or whatever the case. Forgive them. Yeah, it hurts. Yeah. Yeah, you may have lost $1 million. Oh, whatever. Who cares? He said, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these other things shall be added unto you. He said, after you're done all you can do, just that. So, you can't say you done all you can do. No, you can't say that. You can't. Don't sit up here and tell me, I done all I can do. I do. Look at the things that you have not done. Look at the things you have not tried. Look at the things that you have put on the side, on the back side, and say, you know what? Mommy said it was a waste of time. Daddy said it was a waste of time. Don't look at that. You test that water for yourself. Because what they may have experienced may didn't work because they was not designed for it. You may experience and may have a revelation that can impact the nations or beyond nations. See, many people put the Bible on the back burner. But I want you all to know, don't put that Bible on the back burner. Put that Bible in your head and in your heart. Okay? Use it, operate it, mandate it, stand for it. I got tired of seeing every day young men and women getting victimized by preachers, pastors, entertainers, you name it. Just to try to be somebody of importance. Importance is when, let me tell you what importance is. Somewhat of importance is this, okay? It's not about what society thinks of you. It's about what you think of you. It's not about how much money you got in the bank. It's not about how much cars you have. It's not about how many connections you have. Because when all that is said and done, and all that is gone, and nothing yet is around, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Ask yourself the question, what are you going to do? After, this guy's cute, this guy's sexy, this woman is fine, let me eat some coon, let me suck on some boom booms, or whatever the case may be. Let me go out and get boom. Okay, so I'm not saying you can't not party, you can't get high, you can't get, I'm not saying that. Trust me, I'm not saying that because I don't have a heaven to put nobody in. I can only critique and give examples of my personal experience. And hopefully, through all of that, it can be a blessing for many others. You know, and in today's society, we don't have too many positive role models in the world nowadays. We don't have too many people that's really out there being shabak about Christ or radical about Him. But I want to know, even though the church doors may be closed, and many of y'all may feel like you need to be amongst them, and I'm not gonna lie, transformational spirits are real. Trust me when I say that. What you speak out your mouth can make you or break you. You can pray today and say, God, I surrender all to you. I give up my life. I tear it all down. Have your way. However you want to make it. And then by the eighth day, 3 days go past. You don't see nothing. You get discouraged. And then come temptation flying around. He said, okay, all right, son, let me see. Go over there. The next thing you know, they get to come. Next you know what happened. You've been backslided already. Fight your lusts. Fight your desires. Fight you to be a better you. Listen to me. Challenge yourself every day to be a better you. The only way you can be a better you and the way you can challenge yourself every day to be a better you is to look at that man in the mirror, reevaluate yourself, reorchestrate your mindset, renewing of the mind, okay? The crown, not the heart, as far as your emotions and your feelings, but the renewing of the mind. Because if you don't get that mind right and you allow those feelings to get in there and those emotions to get in there, you will set yourself up for failure. And when you fail, don't say, this time, fucking time. No. Because when it came out to that woman and that man, whoo! I seen people, and I thought it was kind of crazy, and I still do to this day, where anything that's so good and pure and somebody that's trying to bring love in your life, you reject it. But somebody bring chaos, drama, hatred, devourment, things that don't have to deal with self or penetration of self, You uphold it and you align with it. I want to tell you, you're saying yourself of a failure. Why? Because, like I said years ago, you may not get me now. You may not understand it now. But sooner or later, you're going to have to cross that same road. You got to cross that river. You got to cross that river. They're on the other side of the mountain. There may be a river there. There may be dragons there. There may be sharks there. There may be, you name it there. But the key element of it all is your faith. Faith is the substance of things not seen. Faith. Like, let that marinate in your spirit. Faith. Many people today, especially our youth, our new generation, they're not knowing. No one knows. It's a lot of mockery going on. It's a lot of jealousy going on. In the church, amongst Christ, among leaders, there's a lot of that. Oh, you did. Oh, shut up. Come on, people. Shut up. Shut up with all that. I don't want to hear all that. Okay, boom. So what? He said he'll give it, he'll also take it away. What you don't want to do good with, he'll give it to somebody else that can. Because you prove to him that you're no longer reliable. Because of our choices. Human nature, humankind, humans have one thing, well, two things, let me say that, that's different from anything else. That's free will and choice. Free will and choice. Free will and choice. I've been homeless. I've been without. I had money. I've been without. Never had credit cards. Never had loans. But my life don't show that. People think I'm just whoa. But when you have the gift of God inside of you and do everything that's good, he said he'll open the floodgates. He'll open doors that you didn't even know you could open. So if he brought you through then, he'll bring you through now. Fear. What is fear? False evidence appearing real. That means it appears like it's real because you're living it, you're seeing it. Even like these times. Oh, these are trying times. Oh, this is the 21st century, 22nd century of God's return. He says, in the last days it shall be as the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. We're not talking about, oh, gays, this, gays. No, it ain't about gay nothing. No, it's not about that. Because the number one people that's going to really, the ones that, this is the reason I'm saying this. Listen to when I say this. And I'm not a scholar of Bible. I'm not a Bible scholar or nothing like that. But I am a believer of faith, a hearer, and a doer, and don't mind going any length. Yes, it hurts. Yes, many people say, oh, you know something wrong, you know something wrong, you're supposed to be in this, no, it wasn't time. When it's time, how I should rise. I have an antidote that God has given me, and I said this before, and I say it again. Many of you haven't heard. I have videos on YouTube. I'm not here to prove nothing to anybody. He says those that will let them come. Those that are willing, let them come. I'm not fit to go out here and make nobody do anything anymore. I'm not fit to go out here and give you 2 and 5 and 20 and 50 chances. No, what I mean. You got one chance only. Because people make their decision. People know what they're doing. You can't say, oh, well, I know. No, you know what you're doing. You got YouTube, you got Facebook, got all this stuff out here. What you set your mind on and what you want out of life, and whatever you manifest into your life is going to exceed it all. Who report do you believe? We can't just keep talking it. Can't keep on just preaching it and yeah. And then because you see somebody over there on drugs, you think somebody over there, that person. Can't do that. Don't do that. Stop calling people demons. Stop calling people out, or condemning people. Stop doing that, people. Stop doing that. Please. It makes the duties and assignment from people like myself that are genuine and pure, it makes it harder for us. And take what I'm saying here serious. I'm being very serious. I almost lost my life several times But if God take you to it, he'll bring you through it. I'm supposed to be here now. Many people are like, whoa, how did he make it? When the whole entire city was after you. And you have no clue. All because of a lie. All because of jealousy. But look at me. Don't look like none I've been through. And I had 6 heart attacks, 5 strokes. 33 years old. And I had spinal meningitis, HIV, you name it. I didn't deal with the whole test of time, you name it. I've been up, I've been down. I've been straight, I've been gay. I've been here, I've been there. But you know what? I care less what people say about me. You know why? Because I don't live for people. I don't live for my mom. I don't live for nobody. But I still respect the boundaries that I was given and that I was informed as being as a shepherd and as a servant of the Most High God there is. We all are gods because we made in His image and likeness. Okay? God was not always pretty. Okay? Everybody got this perception of God being this, oh, go to God, we're going to say, oh, yeah. No. What did God do in the synagogue? He destroyed it. He had pissy-ass feasts now. The 12 disciples, what are they? His 12 mighty men. They was not all pretty. Solomon, he had 14 wives. You know? Get out of bitterness. Get out of self-doubt. Get out of that. Because the battle is in our minds. That's the battle. A lot of time we want to downgrade things because we got to be high and mighty, just like men that abuse women, for